First heard about SurfPrep was when we were looking for a longer lasting belt and looking to increase the quality of product in our panels. Power Processing, John Coonsey, suggested that we bring in SurfPrep. We did so, and we haven't looked back since. The quality in the SurfPrep wide belt sanders, as well as the orbital sanders, has a noticeable difference into the finished product when it comes to how the product feels, how the stain is placed onto the product, and how it takes the product. The belts themselves last so much longer than the other belts that we've used in the past. It's the same way with the orbital sanders as well. The machines more user-friendly on how they're designed, as well as the sanding pads that we use. As you can see from our background here, we're in our finishing room. This is where we do all of our water-based stain, but we also sand. One of the important things in our staining process is the sanding process. This is where we do use the SurfPrep wide belt sanders, as well as the orbital sanders that they've supplied us. It's become pretty an integral part of our process, and it's really increased our standard of quality through the line.
You can tell when a guy comes in and he knows his stuff. Adam West knew his stuff. He came in, he figured out what was wrong right away. It took him a little while to kind of troubleshoot, but at the end result was fantastic. Before, we would go through a sanding belt, maybe 2 to 3 sanding belts a day. And now with the new SurfPrep belt and how Adam calibrated it, we're going through maybe 1 belt a week, which is outstanding, saving us a lot of money, saving a lot of time and just labor. One thing that Adam always said was that he wasn't going to sell us a belt until he knew that his belt would actually work inside our machine. So customer service through SurfPrep was awesome. I can't say better things than him. He went from finishing the bottleneck and just always continuously having to redo things and major rework to where finishing is now the best in the department. It's the best that I've ever seen since I've been here 8 years, and I've never seen product come out so nice. We used to always have sanding through problems when we would seal sand. We've never run through a board anymore. It's awesome. I've always had troubles with that. I started from the back of the machine and I worked myself up to the operator, and so I've troubleshooted everything through this machine. But once Adam West came in, he did a phenomenal job. He taught us how to do a footprint on the sanders, and just to go from there to make sure everything was nice and calibrated, and he did an excellent job. I can't say anything better. We had many other competitors come and try to produce what you guys produce, and when finished product comes out, it's excellent. I've never seen anything like it. Everybody else's sanding pads always leave them blotchy and not a consistent finish. With the SurfPrep pads, they are consistent. They always do what they're supposed to do, and they're the best that I've ever seen. With the finish, it comes out excellent. I mean, we used to have to do things over and over again just to get it to where we wanted to come out. Maybe 3 or 4 times we would have to do it over again. With SurfPrep, from their orbital discs to their wide belt sanding to their steel sanding pads, it's a one-shot deal. It's always one time and it's done, and it comes out excellent and perfect every single time. Basically, when it comes down to steel sanding, we use the SurfPrep pads that we have here. And before we used to have this, we used to have to hand sand literally by our hands, with our hands, and just do everything by hand. We got these air tools that we got from SurfPrep and the foam from SurfPrep, and it's been just one heck of a job. We have many different type of foam pads compared to what kind of product that we're running. Like if it has a contour edge, we have a different foam pad that we use. We have from a super finish to a super fine finish on the seal pads. We have the thicker foam pads also, and the finish on this product is just excellent.